So first, if you don't really know me that well, let me introduce myself. My name is Kelly Nascimento. I live in Buffalo, New York, actually where I grew up. But before having my family here, kind of settling down here, I actually moved like all across the country. So there's a good chance I've actually lived near where you live. So anyway, first I want to say thank you so much for hosting a party with me. I joined Usborne to earn an income for my family and also to build our home library. I have a 10-month-old son, or when you're watching this, he might be older. His birthday's in December. So yeah, I have one son, and it's been really fun to build a library for him, and I'm excited to be able to do so as he grows. But after starting the business, I actually realized how fun our parties are. Like, I really, really enjoy throwing the parties, and I love hearing that when a hostess gets their books in the mail, their kids just devour them, like they read them all in a couple days, or, just to hear the excitement that my hostesses have to give their books as gifts or things like that. It's really, really cool. So super excited to be here with you doing this party. So my job is to help you earn as many free books as possible. So the way we're gonna do that is over about the next week, through your party until about the day or so after, I'm going to check in with you on Facebook Messenger just about every single day. So make sure you're checking there for messages with me. It's just important that we keep in touch. I'm going to guide you step by step through having the best party you could possibly have. So my instructions are based on like what all consultants before me have seen works for their hostesses, okay? So we're gonna do the best that we can to follow the instructions because we want you to earn as many books as possible, okay? But this is a two-way street, so as I'm kind of instructing you and guiding you through this, feel free to ask me any questions, share any concerns that you have along the way. I mainly check my messages and work during nap times or after bedtime, so you can expect a reply from me then. If it's more important or a little more time sensitive, you can text me. So just ask for my number if you need that. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And like I said, feel free to ask me any questions along the way. I have little notes to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so my role as the consultant is I'm going to coach you through hosting your party. I'm going to set up the party group. I'm gonna run the actual party. I'm going to help your guests find the right books for them. I'm gonna deal with customer service type things and stuff dealing with the actual books. And then your job is just to be a gracious host. Just as if you were inviting people, your friends and family, to a party at your own home, right? You would interact with all of them and just enjoy the party with them. Obviously you would do the inviting because no one's gonna want to come to your party if I invite them, so that's your job. So you're basically like the go-to person while I kind of run things, if that makes sense. Okay, so before the video ends, I have two of the most important things to remember while we're setting up your party, okay? The first thing that you need to remember is we are going to do invites individually, okay? So think about being on Facebook. Have you been added to a Facebook group that you had no idea what it was about? Honestly, sometimes I get added to groups, I swear I don't even know the person that added me. Somehow we're Facebook friends. But if you get added to a group that you haven't been invited to, you've never heard of, you don't know what the company is, you don't understand the title, you don't know what it is, what's the likelihood that you're going to be like, oh yeah, and you're gonna get involved in the group? You're probably not. You're gonna leave it, or you're just never gonna get notifications from it because you're never gonna actually interact with the group. Does that make sense? So we definitely don't want to do that. I don't want that to happen to your party. So that's why you're going to send individual messages. And like I said, I will guide you through this step by step. But just so you know, you're going to send all of your invites individually to your friends and family. And when they say, yes, I'd like an invite, then you can add them to the group, if that makes sense. Okay. So just remember that. Do not just add people to the group because they won't participate anyway. Okay. The second important thing for you to remember is when you're making your list of people to invite, don't prejudge who you think is going to want to come or who you think is going to want to order books. We are just going to literally invite everybody that you know, everyone you kind of know, everyone you used to know. I've even had hostesses invite, you know, old friends from college they haven't talked to in years. I had a hostess have a very successful party. She invited someone she didn't even know had kids. Turns out they have like nieces or nephews and they like made a huge order. So you really just never know. So just extend the invite. They're totally welcome to not respond or to say no, and that's fine. But I think you just never know, okay? So just consider that while you're inviting. And so now that you've watched all this 5.5 minutes, I would like you to respond by telling me a little bit about yourself. I would love to hear about you, about your family, what you do, and definitely tell me about the kids in your life that you are hoping to earn some books for. Okay, so can't wait to hear from you and get started.